Today on the channel, we celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with the Power Ranger Remastered, Billy the Blue Ranger.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mighty Morphin Power Rangers unboxing and review. And today from the Lightning Collection Remastered, we've got the Blue Ranger, we've got Billy. But for all your Power Ranger needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save. And of course, that's in Canadian dollars when you check out. It'll be a little bit cheaper for those of you in the United States, as I always do say. But of course, that's where I pick these guys up, as they do get these things fairly early, and he did have these in stock. And of course, we did get the Yellow Ranger as well. Look for that review on the channel sooner rather than later. But without further ado, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We'll do some comparisons on the back end of this very video. And of course, some of you guys are asking or talking about, I'm sure the chirping's there, Kyle, you did a That's So Hard to Say Goodbye Power Ranger Lightning Collection year and a half ago. What is time here on the channel? And you're exactly right. I did have the complete Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Lightning Collection of the classic OG Rangers. I did sell that, and I said, you know what? I'm selling these now. I'm going to go all in on the Super 7 ones. And the Super 7 ones delay after delay after delay, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Sounds like about a week from today as I'm filming this. Those will be in my possession. We will unbox those on the channel as well. But I did sell my loose set of the Power Rangers, and I got back exactly what I paid for them. So no harm, no foul, back to an even playing field. Well, now they announced this remastered edition, and we shouldn't be shocked. We know these stores. They want every penny from you. We know that. We say it all the time. They want every dollar out of your wallet. And the classic Ranger team, you don't think they're just going to release them once and then that's it. Sorry, we're going to make monsters. We're going to make everybody else. We're just not going to make the original Rangers again. That's not going to happen. There's no way that's happening. And I would expect 5 years from now, after these come out, guess what? They're going to re-release the Rangers again, because you have to have the core team out there. It's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with NECA. Those guys are out all the time. Every year there's a new set, maybe in disguise, something like that, because you can't have this universe without these guys in it if you're talking the OG Ranger lineup. No different than He-Man. He-Man is in every couple of series. You got to keep it fresh with He-Man and Skeletor. You can't just give all the other villains and other heroes. You need the main players, and that's where the Rangers fit in. So I do expect 5 years from now, 6 years, whatever it may be, we'll get these remastered all over again. That's what we're going to get. But this should be an interesting one, as I think the head sculpts are supposed to be better. I believe they have pinless joints now on these, so we'll see how what all the fuss is about, as we always say here on the channel. We're going to start off with the old Blue Ranger, Billy. Billy used to live down the street from me. 2 hours, how about? But he is from the same state as me, so that was always interesting back in the day. Local boy hits it big in the Power Rangers. That's what they would say. And of course, what was it? David Yost, I believe was his name. He does make the convention circuit to this day, and I think there's a Netflix special, 30th anniversary. He's going to be a part of it. He's going to don the blue once more, so that should be an interesting episode special, whatever you want to call it here. But very interesting packaging, very different than the Power Rangers of old. Of course, plastic-free packaging here. We all love it. We all called for it. We all said, give me that plastic, get out of it. We want all cardboard. Maybe not, maybe not. So it'll be interesting to see what this one does. Of course, this is a deluxe price point. It's going to be a little bit more expensive. Of course, you got some effect pieces, things like that. A few bells and whistles trying to sweeten the pot. At the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth around $30 or even more expensive in some instances. We'll see what happens. We'll see what all the fuss about when we get them out of the package here. But very cool. I think that gets the point across here. As far as artwork and stuff, you don't know what you're actually getting, but you assume this is what you're getting. Can't wait to get this glow-in-the-dark head in there. That should look really good in the package. On the side, you got Billy with his morpher. You got the Power Rangers logo, all that fun stuff. And then, of course, the other side, 30 years of the Power Rangers. There's the whole crew right there. Is the White Ranger in there? No, it's just a Green Ranger. So I'm all about Tommy. He was always my favorite. R.I.P. Tommy. But looking really good there. Can't wait to get that Green Ranger. And then on the back, no cross-sell, anything like that. You got a glamour shot. You got the jibber-jabber like a young Mr. T down low. And then you get what you do get in the package here. It looks like he's going to be 6'1", 6 inch, 1 inch. There it is right there, looking really nice. 30th anniversary logo for the Rangers up top as well. 4 and up, this is for. So you 3-year-olds, you're out of luck. All you 3-year-olds watching this video, you're in big trouble. You can't be watching this. Can't be watching this, but there it is. Nothing too fun there, off to the side. See you later. Got a little warnings. See you later. Goodbye, Spider-Man style. And then you just get the cardboard prison. Nope, nobody cares about this. Cardboard prison, see you later. To the recycling bin with you. Then we get the parchment paper prison 30th anniversary lightning collection. Got little details to it. Not sure why they do that because we're opening this. This is going in the garbage. We're not saving it. But it is what it is, I guess. See you later. Goodbye. And then we get all the accessories in here. All kinds of stuff in here. There's a lot going on. There it is. Don't want to lose anything. You always got to squish these. Make sure you're not missing a hand. Something like that. But see you later. Goodbye. And let's break it down. Let's get down to business here. And I do have a little bit of paint scuff on the white on the front. That's unfortunate, of course, because normally if the window box, you could look and say, paint's a little off on this one. I'm going to go to the next one. Can't do that with these, as we do know. But let's take a look at all this stuff, and we do get a lot of accessories here, and I think that's what they're trying to sell to make this up deluxe price point with this one. Starting with the hands here, of course, Billy comes with 2 gripping hands, and we do get more gripping hands with him. So we get 1 gripping hand, we get a splayed out chopping hand, maybe a karate hand. We got that going there. And then we got 2 fists of fury. Billy wanted to do all the fighting there. Not really. He was kind of the Donatello of the team, the brains of the team, as we do remember. Probably my least favorite. I don't know. I don't know if he was my least favorite. I don't know where he fit in. I always liked the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, Tommy. After that, it was pretty much everybody was the same to me. I think I enjoyed them all. Their team together was better than their individual parts. I think that's where that's gonna be my final verdict. Of course, we do got the morpher for him right here, looking really nice. So he can't hold that morpher in his hand. Very cool. Of course, the pinless joints, all that, you can do it like this. You can do whatever you need to do right there. So I do like that. And we get all kinds of weapons going on. So very interesting. So we do get, gosh, I don't even know what these things are called. I don't know. His ninja weapons, we'll just call them. But we get 2 of these, of course, from the staff. Or you get the completed one here, so you can choose your own adventure. You get the long one or the short one. We always get the long one or the short one. That's the way it goes. But nice blue here, nice silver detail. Just looking really nice. It's definitely iconic. Definitely reminds you of the show. It's what we've exactly seen. But you can choose your own version, how you want that to go. And then you get all the Ranger blasters here. You got all kinds of different ones. You got the kind of blaster sword there. I think it's like kind of like a sword knife. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. You get the traditional blaster. And then you get this one. This one does have a spot on the end for effect pieces, but no effect pieces come with this. So that's interesting. But you do get that. Of course, you just have the holster on the figure. You can store this on there if you need to be. Very cool to get all of his weapons, every different weapon there. And then you get Billy's glasses, which I really, really do like getting the glasses on Billy. I'm going to stick those on him for now. Sometimes I like them to be separate. Sometimes I like them to be sculpted in. This one I kind of feel like I'd like him to be sculpted in with an extra head with them removed possibly, but we'll dive into that in a second here. And then we do get these effect pieces. Do these really set the world on fire for anybody? I'm not really sure. I guess it's a nice little diorama. You stick him in the middle of that and you have that, but is it really needed? Is it really worth the extra money here? Does it feel like it's worth? I don't know. You guys tell me. Of course, I'm not the hugest Power Ranger fan. By no means am I a Power Ranger expert. I watched up to the movie and that's where I called it quits. Get me the Ivan Ooze while you're at it. I guess at the end of the day, do we really need these? Was this really needed, necessary? Could we have brought the price down a little bit to leave these out? I mean, they're cool for what they are, but I don't know, not really needed for me. You guys in the comments, let me know your thoughts there. Now we get down to Billy himself. Oh, Billy. And I wouldn't say, most people probably wouldn't say Billy is their favorite, but you never know. You never know. But taking a look at Billy, of course, the glasses do fit on him. They fit better than I thought they would. There's a little bit of a channel action on inside of his head they can fit through. They kind of lock him in. I do like that technology. But from what I'm seeing here, they're just a little bit short. Maybe I got to heat them up. I'm not exactly sure, but they're a little hard to get staying there. There we go. They do stay on pretty good. They do lock, like I said, into a channel on the side of his head. That does work. I do like the clear glasses there, very much like Baroness in the classified line. That does look good. He's got a nice hairdo that you could set your 90s watch to. It does look really nice there. It does look like Billy. I think if you handed me this head and said, okay, what superhero team is this guy a member of? I think I'd say Billy from the Power Rangers, so that does work there. He does feel a little bit loose, kind of just in first grabs. Got that little froggy feeling, like I always like to say. But definitely interesting here. But that head looks good. I think that is passable. Of course, you got the Ranger helmet. Now, my plan here is the Super 7s. Most likely, I'm going to display them with the helmets on. We know all about Super 7 and some of their faces. We'll see when we get them unboxed here on the channel, but that is kind of my plan, to leave the helmets on those. These Rangers probably going to be displayed with their human heads and make a point of difference there. All about justification at the end of the day. You got to justify it yourself, and that's one way I'm going to do that. Maybe he'll be holding his helmet. Who knows? But it is definitely the iconic blue helmet for the Rangers. Know what this is all day long. I'm totally accustomed to this. Looks really, really good. No issues with this. No issues with this helmet, so I do like that. I might as well pop this off, pop that helmet on there, see how easy that switches back and forth. Probably fairly easy, I would imagine. And maybe not. Maybe I just lied. There you go. Got the pop. You got to use a little force, but it did go through there. But now we got Billy in hand. I guess let's walk through this articulation first on this one. Very interesting. Like I said, he feels a little bit loosey, a little frog-like, and that's, I think, because of all the extra articulation compared to the old ones here. As I got dogs fighting around me. Lemmy and Ace are just going wild. My dogs are fighting, duking it out here. So if you hear them fighting, that's what it is. Sometimes they got to throw down. They got to get it out of their system. I know how it goes. But head removable, head side to side, back and forth, up and down. Good head movement for these Lightning figures. Butterfly shoulders, that's a big bonus here. Of course, that helps you do extra articulation with the arms, things like that. So you love that articulation on the butterfly shoulders. Moving on, you do, of course, got the bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows. The hits being played right here at the table. We like that as well. Of course, arm goes all the way around. Hands going to be removable, hands side to side. Looking good there. Of course, waist articulation. Oh my gosh, is there no waist? There's no traditional waist on these guys. Wow, that's interesting. You do got the hula hoop up there, and then you got a very low ab crunch on these guys. So a little bit different articulation than we're accustomed to. Definitely different there. You do get these splits. Not the biggest splits. I was expecting a little bit more splits here, but it looks like we got the G.I. Joe style drop-down hips, which does help with a little bit of splits, but boy, that seems kind of weak for a Power Ranger. I feel like you should be able to go all the way out. Maybe that is just me, but you do have the drop-down hips. You do got the thigh cut. You do get the boot cut side to side. Double jointed, pinless knees, playing the hits. Once again, it's a 2-hit song. We love that right there. And then you got the ankles back and forth, side to side. So we got plenty of articulation here. These are definitely more articulated than the last batch of Power Rangers. But he does feel a little bit loose in the butterflies. Definitely a little bit looseness in the legs there. But boy, he does look good with that extra articulation. We do know articulation. We always say, they're not like Spider-Man. They don't need it. Well, the Rangers, they need all the articulation just like Spider-Man. And we do get that here, which is going to be a plus for a lot of people, especially those that are really posing their figures, putting them through their paces. I did mention I got a little bit of a scuff in the white there on the front, but the outfit does look correct. It's got the white and the blue, the white boots, of course, the blue. Got the holster I talked about. He's got, of course, the morpher and the belt going on, looking really, really nice. Just all around, not a bad figure. I don't know, is it worth $10 or so more than a regular one? You got to decide that yourself. If you're looking for that OG team, I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to get these. And I don't know many people that would have a Power Ranger collection, especially of the 30th anniversary stuff with Rita and Lord Zed and all that kind of stuff. You kind of have to have the Rangers. So unless you're going to Super 7 or you're going to go back and get the old stuff, this is going to hit the spot for a lot of collectors out there. Of course, there is a cheaper line, I think, at Walmart in the boxes you can buy as well. But I think this is the collectible one to get that most people will want. Of course, does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And oh my gosh, he fits. Very tight fit, but he does fit on the stand. I don't know. I like what I'm seeing here. Is it worth... It's worth $30 is roughly. 30 to 40, I guess depends where you really are at the end of the day and what kind of markups are going on. But let's just say around $30 where, of course, Super 7 around 55, almost double of these. I could see some people saying, man, I'm in the Lightning collection, and who knows, you might be right. You might be right. Of course, some comparisons. The original Lightning collection, I sold every single one, but I had to keep the White Ranger. For whatever reason, I kept the White Ranger. You guys know I love Tommy. Should have kept the Green Ranger too, but here we are. But definitely similar, but totally different. More articulation on this one. Very cool, and it's going to be great for collectors that missed out on the first run. Now you got a second chance at these Power Ranger figures. And then a little Wolverine comparison of Wolverine here at the desk, so you can kind of see these guys side by side. Not too shabby. Of course, the Yellow Ranger we will unbox on the channel as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm not deep enough into the Power Rangers. I'm not sure who's going to be next in this line. But I would have to think they'll try to get all the Rangers out for the 30th anniversary. So you would think this year they'll have the whole team complete. Would have to imagine that'll be the case. So I guess we'll look forward to that. And like I said, I'm going to get these and I'm just going to display them the opposite of what I do with the Super 7. And like I said, Super 7 coming to the channel very, very soon. Stay tuned for those reviews in the near future. So there's old Billy. There's the old Blue Ranger. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Picking this one up, okay with your old ones, all in on Super 7. Picking and choose, going back and forth. Let me know your thoughts on the old Blue Ranger Billy here. And of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. as we dabble in the Rangers here on the channel. You don't want to miss a Power Ranger video or any of the other videos here on the channel. And if you want even more videos, guess what? That's where the Patreon comes in. Your best way to support the channel with all kinds of early access videos, Q&As, bonus content, exclusive content. You name it, it's all going on down at the Patreon. And best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Blue Ranger Billy Cranston, son of Bryan Cranston, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.